Just wanted to make a quick video about the fact that major anti-feminist YouTuber Bearing from Australia is a massive homophobe who doesn't want gay people to be married, and he's just against that. So what am I talking about? He made a video about the plebiscite, which is basically just a simple vote, yes or no, that Australians make about whether they think same-sex should be legalized. The plebiscite has very simple wording. It just says, should the law be changed to allow same-sex couples to marry? Bearing said he's going to vote no on this. But he started by lying to his audience. And he's a person that I'm very willing to say is a liar. Unlike a lot of people, I'm normally willing to give people the benefit of the doubt, but he has lied to my face and lied about me many times before, and lied about people I know. When he did that whole campaign of lies to say that Christy Winters coordinated with this website called Encyclopedia Dramatica to dox him, which was all made up, and then he refused to budge on the facts, no matter how many times I corrected him, and me and people I know corrected him. And he just continued to lie, so he's a liar. At the start of his video, he's like, I don't have anything against gay people being married, I think that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. They should be married, but I'm still going to vote no on the plebiscite. As I said, the plebiscite has very simple wording. Should the law be changed to allow same-sex couples to marry? It's very simple. Yes or no. Do you think it should be changed? And he said, no. So he's against same-sex couples being married. It's simple, he said it himself. So the plebiscite is non-binding. It's basically just the Australian people stating where they stand on the issue. Do they think on a moral level, in terms of human rights, in terms of what they should be entitled to, should they be allowed to marry? And Bearing answered no. So he ended up making this video where he just played a whole bunch of right-wing conservative propaganda from like Catholics and right-wing politicians like John Howard, who did a good job of pointing out was George Bush's butt boy, but acting like that was a good thing. For some reason. At the start of the video, he plays some like right-wing tosspot talking about how an archbishop was discriminated against for distributing traditional shit about same-sex marriage. And throughout the entire video, Bearing is really worried about the homophobes and the people who have an issue with same-sex marriage, because I just believe it's between a man and a woman. You know, that should be respected. There shouldn't be any pushback against me on that. No one should ever laugh at me because I have a stupid backwards point of view. But the archbishop that was discriminated against was Julian Porteous, apparently. It took me a long time to find that, and I could only find it on like some shitty Christian website. And he was putting out materials that said homosexual parenting endangers a child's upbringing. And that's the thing. Should that guy have rights, and should he be able to say what he wants to say and, you know, distribute his crap in Catholic schools? Well, I suppose he should. But it's very telling that the person that Bearing is worried about is that homophobic fuckface. He's not worried about the rights of same-sex individuals who want to get married, who may want to adopt children, who want to live a happy life and want to have fucking rights. He's not worried about them. He's worried about this stupid Julius Porteous fuckface distributing this garbage about how same-sex marriage, like, endangers children. Like, that's the thing that he's worried about. So it just shows you his values. And a poll by the Australian newspaper said 63% of people would vote yes on this plebiscite, but 62% of people want protections for religious freedoms. Now, this is non-binding, so the politicians can still do whatever the fuck they want after this is passed. It just shows what the Australian people want. And if 63% of the people also want protection for religious rights and so forth, why can't they also address those issues and work on those? The only thing that you have said, Bearing, is that you are against same-sex couples being married. Because you've got an issue with them, you've got a problem with them, and then you lie to your audience and say, I'm just worried about, like, religious freedom and protection. Well, 63% of people are voting yes, and 62% of people have the same fucking concerns. So the only reason that you care about this is because you're a homophobe. You've got an issue with gay people being married. You look in the comment section of Bearing's video, it's just full of homophobia. It's full of people who are like, well, the gay people should just be happy that we don't throw them off buildings. Yeah, that was one of the comments, and it got like 90-something upvotes. And saying, well, the gays have it too good anyways, and like the goddamn gays, they want so much. Yeah, they want fucking human rights, that's what they want. Further on in the video, he's playing some like dumb fuck Australian idiot talking about how, you know, oh, I just think it's between a man and a woman. And talking about how all sad and horrible and angry it makes him that the anchors are bullying this homophobic woman. Again, that shows your values. You know, you're concerned about the homophobes. You think that humans should not have rights because you're concerned about bigots. That's why you're a fucking homophobic pile of garbage. It's now raining, so I have to finish this video real quick. The last bit I want to point out is two ironic uses of footage and music that Bearing uses in his video. When he's playing the stupid dumb fuck, being laughed at rightfully by people saying like, oh, I believe it's between man and woman or whatever, and they'll laugh at her. He's like, this enraged me, this made me so angry, you know, this makes him so much more angry than gay people not being able to get married. The only way that I'll be soothed is if I play Crocodile Rock by Elton John. which is very ironic. He's a gay man, and he would not agree with you, and you are appropriating and using his music to defend a bigot who would hate Elton John's right to get married. Fuck you, you lying cunt. And he also uses footage of me saying, like, dripping with autism and all this stuff. It's actually a parody video I did about Sargon of Akkad, who is someone kind of similar to Bering, calling me autistic constantly instead of making an argument, and I was making fun of that fact. And he used footage of me saying that to attack the people who were laughing at this stupid homophobic woman, whereas I would entirely agree with those people. And you don't have to keep using old footage of a parody video I did to make points that I would completely disagree with and call people dripping with autism that I would be defending. You know, to use my footage to make a point that I was not making against something that I would disagree with, because that's the kind of thing you do. You always lie. Here's another snippet for you. Bering is a homophobe. Bering is a liar. Bering manipulates footage of me and other people to twist their words, who said definitively you are against gay people and same-sex marriage. And that's just the facts. Now you can continue to say, like, oh, my concern is about religious protection, even though that's something that can still be addressed because this is a non-binding vote. People often say, oh, Tim, well, you're actually the one bullying Bering or whatever. They never cared about the constant channels that he was harassing and that his fans were shutting down, destroying with their hate hive of bullshit. So you can take those concerns and shove them, because you never cared about harassment in the first place. It's just selective outrage. For the people who say those kind of things, I have zero respect for, because you have no values around these things in the first place. Demotivator out.